This is Courtney. I'm a former collegiate and current international softball player and catching coach. I've had the privilege of coaching hundreds of catchers who are from completely different parts of the world and help them transform their game behind the plate by teaching them how I've transformed my game behind the plate. Right now, I'm with Josie, one of the catchers I've been working with recently. Josie, can you take a moment and share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, and what you might have in store in terms of softball opportunities in the somewhat near future?
Well, I'm Josie Morozic. I'm 16 and I'm from Red Wing, Minnesota. Um, I did the program mainly because I want to play at a higher level. So I wanted to get those things that I wasn't most confident on, like blocking and receiving and all the throwing downs and stuff. I wanted to get those better so I could play at the higher level.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. I know you just touched on it, but tell me, where were your confidence levels as a catcher before we started working together?
I was really confident with blocking, but in the fact of like I can stop it, not like the like breaking it down, doing it I guess like the correct way. And I was also pretty confident with my receiving, but this program has also like made my receiving even better than I think it was before.
Mhm. I agree. I remember when you first entered the program, I'm like, this catcher has like awesome glove movement. And when she applies this philosophy to like this new philosophy that I'm teaching her to like her game, it's going to be significantly better. So I agree with you. Like I know like receiving was one of your strengths to begin with, and it's been fun to watch it like develop and just get even better because most catchers don't real like most people don't realize this, but like receiving is one of the most important parts of the game. It's an aspect of the game that catchers are not always recognized for, but it's like the most important part of our job. And so the fact that you've been able to excel in that, like not only brings success to yourself, but also your pitcher and your team, which it doesn't show up in the stat book or the box score, but receiving well wins games. And so you've definitely like shown yourself to like you've definitely proven that throughout the course of this program. So like what specific things do you feel like you needed to like work on in order to gain more confidence behind the plate?
So I had a really bad sidearm, and so my throws weren't always as strong and as accurate. So I just needed to work on throwing down and a little bit more blocking.
Yeah, for sure. And you feel like you're confident in those things now?
Yeah.
A bit more. Yeah. Okay. So I know you just talked about your sidearm. Tell me your like all of the adjustments that you made during this program that helped you like accomplish that goal of being more confident.
I remember like scratching the second base eyes out, so I could get my hand up there more, and so that like helped me mentally like remember to like get my hand all the way and my elbow up.
For sure. And you think that that one adjustment like helped you
Yeah,
throw lasers? Yeah. I think that like that helps too because like it helps you not come around as much. It makes you have to come over the top of the ball. So I'm glad that that adjustment like helped you out. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. Um before we like well, I mean, we had done like a catching camp together. Before we did the catching camp together and before we started this program, had you ever heard of the knee down stance before?
a little bit, not as much.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that's kind of like it's starting to become a newer thing in softball. What were your thoughts on it before like you like learned about it for the first time?
I thought I wasn't gonna be able to like move as much, and like I just wouldn't be able to do like blocking and stuff. But yeah,
hmm Yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of like skepticism, there's a lot of hesitancy at first. What are your thoughts on it now?
I think if you're like taught right, the one knee down stance can be as easy as the two. Like
Mhm.
a regular stance. Like it's just you have to be taught right and do everything right for it to work.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I think a lot of people are skeptical of the knee down stance just because maybe because like they watch catchers use it who haven't been taught correctly, and so they just like they don't really use it well. But I 100% agree with you. If you're taught like the correct mechanics, it can help you like excel significantly faster than like a traditional style of catching. So like tell me all of the results, like all of the results you see like that you achieved inside of the program. So like tell me about like stance, receiving, blocking, throwing, all of those skills, what all of those look like for you right now.
My receiving's gotten better because with the one knee down stance, you have more movement with your hand, like so it's just easier than the because your knee gets in the way.
Yeah.
And then blocking, it's just a push, so I feel like it's easier to get there too. And then throwing down, I have to work on a little bit more, but I've been working on it. So once I work on it more, it should be better.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so for anybody watching this video who might be wondering what it's like inside of the program, tell me like what is it like to be inside of the program?
I think it's really helpful. Like there's a lot of things that I didn't really think about the catching aspect of it all. And like the one knee down stance, I would have never thought about doing the one knee down stance till this one. And now this is my more preferred stance because it's just, well, one, easier on my knees. And
Mhm.
it's just, I feel like I can move around easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that that's kind of like how you feel. And going back to like the skepticism, like everyone's skeptical at first, but like once you apply it correctly, like you realize like, oh, this is actually a really comfortable stance to be in, and you can do like a lot from there. Um, so yeah, I'm glad that that's kind of how you feel now. So like you've been a very, very committed catcher in this program, and I've already told you that like quite a few times, which I really, really appreciate that about you. Who do you think this program is for, and what type of person in this program gets the best results?
I feel like if you want, you have to like want to get better because it's like you're kind of in charge of yourself. You have to take care of the videos. You have to find time to do it. And so if you can find time and if you have that much commitment, it's a good program.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. I'm grateful that that's what you think. Would you recommend this program to somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Probably somebody who like is willing to put in that extra work, like the work that you were willing to put in. Probably. Would you say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you worked with me, did you have any limiting beliefs about online training?
No, I don't know. I just didn't know what to think. I was a little confused on it, but then it got like when we had the first call, it made more sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, how are you supposed to train online?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, like once you understood it, like you didn't like you weren't questioning it as much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. What would you say to somebody right now who's watching this and is on the fence about joining the program?
I think it's really good for them, especially if they want to like play higher, like college and stuff. Like I know a lot of the college catchers are going into the one knee down stance, and I think the way you teach it, it's really well. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it is becoming more popular in like the college space, and it's one of those things where it's like if you don't get on the trend now, then you're gonna fall off, and people are going to, you know, progress significantly faster if you don't jump onto this style of catching. Do you kind of agree?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Would you is there anything else that you'd like to share publicly about your experience in the program?
No.
No, that's it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, I mean, you're already like I already asked you every question under the sun. So, thank you for sharing. Like how can people find me if they want to learn more about like getting this same type of transformation?
Um, I've seen you on Instagram and like TikTok. So if they, I think it's like that, and then you have an email too. They can reach out there too.
Yes, yes. Everything is like Catch with Core on TikTok or Instagram. So feel free to reach out to me there if you have any more questions. I'd love to work one-on-one with anybody who's interested in helping their, game reach new levels of success. But Josie, thank you again for hopping on this call and sharing your story. For anybody who's watching this right now and wants to see themselves have similar results and find success just like Josie has, book a call with me today with the link below to learn more and claim a spot in the program.